Morning, everyone. So happy to be with all of you. So today is day 2 of the May meditations. And someone, it's kind of like someone said, oh, today is Valentine's Day. They decided that day is the day. This is the month of meditations, which for me, every month, every day is an opportunity to meditate, because meditation is the single best tool, process, grounding. I mean, meditation is one of those things that has just multiple benefits. And every time we shift a thought, or we shift the perspective from outside to inside, we're shifting everything. We're connecting or creating a whole different experience of life, a whole different opportunity for energy, a different frequency to enter into our consciousness. And we create from our consciousness. What's our consciousness? It's the words that we say, it's the thoughts that we think, it's the emotions that we feel or don't feel, it's the perspectives or beliefs that we have, and then of course it's the actions that we take. And what these meditations do is like planting little seeds of light. And when you plant these light seeds, it will sprout. It will start to expand. I've seen this in my own life for 28 years ish, and in my client's life for 20 years, that when you take a single thing that you're worried about, and in this case, this month is all about freedom. So if you think of something that you don't feel free, maybe you think of an aspect of your life where you feel stuck, where you feel like you just don't have as much power or choices as you'd like to. That's all perception. And what we must first do, like we did yesterday, if you didn't get to watch the one yesterday or participate in it, I definitely recommend that you do. Each day for the month of May is going to build on each other. And so we start to bring in the energy of the connection, the feeling, the resonance with the vibration of freedom, which is our divine design. It's our birthright. It's literally how we were created, with free will and choice. So when you can connect with just that essence, that feeling sense of freedom, what naturally comes up is the parts of you that don't feel connected and aligned with the essence of freedom. And so that's what we're going to play with today, is that if there's any place, whether it's a former partner in business or in life, whether it's with parenting and with children, whether it's in your career space, your body, whether it's in your finances, any kind of relationship that you have, in any form of those relationships, if there's any perspective, any thought process, any awareness that you do not feel free, this is your opportunity to take that situation, to take that aspect of your life, to take that thought, that perspective, whatever is in your consciousness, into this meditation, because we are going to be releasing what holds us back from freedom. And so the first part always is, if you want to create something new, is you want to be clear on what it is that you want. And so obviously, by you being here, just by engaging in the fact that you said, oh, freedom, I want to feel that, you said yes. You've made a decision, you've made a choice using your own free will. And in doing so, making that choice, saying, yes, I'm registering, or I'm here, I'm showing up for these days. That says to energetically, vibrationally, you've made a choice, you've made a decision that I am here to feel free. I want to cultivate the energy of freedom. I want to expand into that energy of freedom. So congratulations for that choice, because that choice is the first step in experiencing true freedom. Now, freedom can be consciousness. It can be a perspective, right? We express freedom through our words and our thoughts and our emotions and our feeling sense and the actions that we take. We either feel free or we don't. We either speak freely or we don't. We either speak words that expand and feel expansive into freedom, or we don't. So it's multidimensional. It's energetic, the connection that we have with freedom, but it's also how once we bring in that energy, what do we hold in our container? And if there's any parts of us that don't feel free, that's what we're going to work on today. So it's always about getting clear on what you want, bringing in that vibration, such as freedom, noticing where you have split energy, such as the parts or the voice or the imprints that say you're not free, that you're stuck, or that you're powerless. Anything that's in the lower level vibrations that does not make you feel good. So if you feel bad in any subject in any way, in any aspect of your life, if you feel disempowered, this is where you can cultivate the feeling of freedom, because that feeling of freedom will transmute the lower level of feelings of powerlessness or being stuck or separated or struggle. So when you can bring in that higher vibration of freedom and truly sit in that, even when the mind tells you you're not, that's how you transmute it. So excited to be here with everybody. Welcome to day 2 of Quantum Success Meditations, where the entire month we are focusing on freedom. A couple things before we get going. If you're wanting to register for the whole 30 days, we're here today and then tomorrow. So the first 3 days are complimentary. Then we go into a private group, a private Zoom link that you'll get once you enter in. You'll have all of the recordings from all of the 30 days that you can go back and listen to. Even if you can't be here, you're listening to the recordings, you can't be here physically. We like to call that bilocating. And by bilocating, what that means is you're listening at a different time than what's actually live. But because you are alive, and of course the energy is always alive, you're engaged in it, and it's if it's happening right now, because energy is always alive. So you also get the 30, there are 30 recordings that go with it. So you can go to christywhitman.com/meditations. And this month, for those of us that join it, a dear friend of mine, Mary Morrissey, is for those of you that register, you also get 2 free tickets to Mary Morrissey's Dream Building event. It's online, and it's the weekend of May 13th through the 15th. So that's a nice extra, it's like a $2,400 bonus when you join the meditation. So I'm grateful for Mary for allowing us to have that bonus. So, all right, let's get into it. Let's feel and then release anything that's not of freedom. So go ahead and just close your eyes and take a deep breath in, allowing yourself just to say hello to your energy body. Say hello to your mind, say hello to your emotions. I am here. Here is the awareness of who I am. You are not your mind, but you have a mind, and you are not your emotions, but you have emotions, and you are not your body, but you have a body. So what are you if you're not your mind, your emotions, and your body? You are the energy that breathes you. You are light, and that light can call light to itself. So feel the light that is within you, and feel the light of freedom. Feel the vibration. You might imagine, if you were with us yesterday, imagine that you are in your stadium of light, and that you are opening up. So palms up, uncross your legs, like you are in just a receiving mode. You are in just whatever that looks like for you, to get your physical body into a place of receiving. Allowing yourself to feel as if every single cell in your body is also in receiving mode. Imagining that every single cell in your body is looking upward towards the light, like empty cups, and just let yourself be filled with the transmission of light from your cheering section, from the freedom section of your stadium of light. Let yourself just receive in this nice transmission. And as you are in the stadium of light, and all of the cells in your body, starting from pouring down through the top of your head, imagine that all of the cells in your mind are just filling up with light. And then it just cascades over into the throat, into shoulders, down your arms, through your fingertips, moving down your chest, your back, your stomach, all the organs, remembering all the organs in there, gallbladder, the liver, the kidneys, the lungs, the heart, the stomach, the intestines, just letting all of those organs be filled in light. Just seeing as if your kidneys are being just filled and doused in light, your adrenal glands, your thyroid, your blood, your muscles, your tendons, your cartilage, your nerves. Just let all of that be filled in light, like little cups drinking in the light. Just letting your whole entire body, all the way down through your hips, through your legs, the front part of your legs, the back of your legs, your hips, down the shins, the calves, through the feet, every single cell, including the very last toe cell, the very last finger cell, letting all of you just be filled in light. And then imagining that golden ball of light above your head and just requesting that the divine multidimensionality, however you want to call it, God self, that it is being filled, that beautiful ball above your head, about a foot above your head, your eighth chakra, that energy is now being filled with the light, the energy, the essence of freedom. And just feel as if that energy is now moving all around your energy body. So about a foot outside of your physical body, imagining that you are being embraced and caressed, cocooned in this highlight of freedom. Just letting yourself receive in this light. And feel your very breath, taking a breath in, releasing a breath out. Imagine that you are resonating with your breath by breathing in the energy and the essence of freedom. So taking a breath in that would breathe in the essence of freedom. And then breathe out anything that is not of freedom. Imagine all that is not of freedom going down through your feet, releasing out your body. You can imagine going down your grounding cord. Just a nice releasing of energy. And now for yourself, for the stadium of light, all the guides that guide you, your divine self within you, just command that all that is not of freedom in this moment be released as energy. And just feel, maybe it's a thought, maybe it's in your mind, it's your mindset, maybe it's an emotion that needs to be released at this point. Maybe it's some tightness or tension in the physical body where you don't feel free. Maybe it's with a certain vice or a certain person or a certain aspect of your life that's outside of you. Imagine whatever you're thinking about, whatever you are perceiving, whatever you're focused on, whatever you're picturing, that you're bringing in the energy of light into that thought. And that thought of non-freedom gets transmuted into a thought of freedom, such as an affirmation that we do every day. I am free. I'm willing to feel my freedom. I am open to seeing the perspective that I am free. It could be in your physical body. Say it's in your hip, your knee. Imagine directing light and energy just by asking it. You're bringing it into that part of your body and just allowing that aspect of your body to be filled in light. Just imagining that it is being just filled in light, concentrated in light. Letting the cells around it, all the energy, just literally relax, release, transmute into the energy of freedom. Breathing in again, light, freedom energy. Scanning your body, your mind, your emotions, seeing anywhere that you're not feeling free, and imagine breathing that energy out. And right now, just filling yourself up with light, the light and energy of freedom. We are here. Feel the flow of freedom energy. Allow yourselves to bring in the light of freedom, higher frequency of freedom light. Just by attuning, imagine rays of new vibrations of freedom energy are being transmitted to you through your guides, from your guides in your stadium of light. And imagine that from your high connection to multidimensionality, light connecting you, you might just even imagine that from your 8th chakra, about a foot from your head, a foot above your head, you are being doused by rays of energy, and that energy is of the frequency of freedom. Find the pulsation, the resonance, even in your mind, the thought of what does freedom feel like? What does freedom look like? How do you, in your mind, start putting in new slides, new pictures in your mind of what freedom looks like? The images, whatever area you're wanting to flip, where you do not feel powerless, where you feel free, where you do not feel pain, where you feel free, where you do not feel stuck, where you feel free. That situation you're worried about, so many solutions that is not even in your awareness. But if you focus on the freedom, the solutions come to you. Allow yourself to expand your mind to receive in the light of freedom. Expanding that energy beyond even your mind, so that all around your mental body, you are filled with freedom. And a thought that you are aware of that pulls your energy down, that does not feel good, does not feel free, imagine flipping that picture. It's as if you all remember back in the day when you had records, where you had A side and you had a B side. For those of you that are younger, there's not much we can do for you. You had a record. On one side, it played one song or several songs, and on the other side, it played another song or several songs. There was again, this will not help you if you're very young, a negative. If you remember getting pictures developed, there was a front side and a back side. There is a opposing, polar opposite viewpoint. So if you're having a viewpoint of you stuck, not free, just for a moment, allow your mind to go to you feeling free. Maybe you are dancing in a meadow, running around. Maybe you are on a horse on a beach, you are galloping. Maybe you are just sitting on the beach in just absolute vacation mode, freedom mode. Maybe you're on a jet ski or a boat. Maybe you are climbing the highest mountain. Maybe you are doing nothing at all but reading a book. Maybe you are in your work, loving what you do. Maybe you are interacting with someone that you normally don't feel free. And you allow yourself in that moment to experience freedom in the presence of another. Whatever you are perceiving in your life where you are not free, are you willing to put down that old, stuck, limited perspective and bring in a new, higher one? If you are ready, imagine that you've been holding this perspective, holding this picture. And the flip opposite side of that picture is you free in this situation. Allow your mind to conjure up. Easier to see what is and focus totally on what is. But it is as you are creator to flip it and decide in your mind what freedom looks like, feels like. In the essence of freedom, what are you feeling? What are you being? What are you having? What are you experiencing? Allow the expansiveness, and with the expansiveness of the thoughts in the mind, notice there is an interconnection between the mind and the emotions. So all of that energy that you are now feeling, the picture, the expansiveness of freedom, feel that energy moving then down into your emotional body and letting your body, your emotions, your full hips, full body, the emotions in the belly, let the belly and the emotional body resonate now with the mental body, having the willingness to feel the expansiveness, seeing the pictures of you in freedom, and feeling how good it feels to be in freedom. Letting the images that you put in your mind with you free in every aspect of your life, especially the one that you've been deeming that you are stuck or not powerless or not free. Flipping the side of the record, seeing the difference in the negative, putting in an image of the polar opposite of you free, and the feeling that gets connected in the emotional body with that essence of freedom, with that picture of freedom. Put your focus and your attention down into the belly, and you are now commanding your body. Any part of my psyche, any part of my emotions, any part of my physical body, any part of my energy. So your mental, your emotional, your physical, and your energy body. Release now all that is not freedom. And feel yourself just focused with all of your attention and energy down into the belly. And feel the pulsation, because you've just now commanded the very cells in your body, the very energy in your body that is not of higher vibration of freedom to release. It needs a release valve. It needs a gateway. So put your focus and attention on your pulse. You might imagine that you're touching your pulse on your wrist or your neck, or maybe putting your hand on your heart, or going for it by putting your hands and doing an ab crunch, like you're squeezing an orange for all the juice that comes out. You're wanting to feel the pulsation and imagine that all that is pulsating out is all that you don't want. It's the energy of limitation. It's the energy of non-freedom, and just let it pulsate out. Very good. Keep with the stomach, keep with the belly, feel the pulsation there, and feel all of the energy releasing and draining out of your entire system. You might imagine that at the bottom of your feet, all that energy is draining out into Mother Earth. You might imagine that it is moving down your grounding cord, pulling the energy from your own physical body, moving down into Mother Earth. And now, for just a moment, while you are finishing up the pulsation and the releasing, imagine you are bringing in, you are asking for, you are tuning with, you are aligning with the energy of compassion. Just let compassion fill your mind. Compassion is very different than feeling sorry for, very different vibrations, very different states of being. Compassion is like a beautiful friend that comes over when you're having a bad day and gives you a hug where there's no words that are even necessary. It is your husband or your wife or your friend or your whomever giving you a child, giving your child, or giving you an embrace where you know all is well, all is going to be okay. That's what compassion feels like. The thoughts of compassion that all is well. And no, that doesn't feel good. It's going to be better because you just shifted the energy on it. That is a physical experience that does not feel good to a physical human being. And you let yourself feel the soothing energy of the compassion. Now, good to stay there. If this is for you, feels good. It's very neutralizing. But we are here to experience freedom, which is very energizing. So let yourself feel the wave of freedom moving into your mind, moving into your body, into your emotions, feeling the expanded state of freedom. Feel as if you are so free, you could fly. Imagine you are a bird, ready to take flight. And here you go. You just imagine that you are free, like a bird flying. Energy, wind underneath your wings. Your wings are spread and you are free to be and to have and to experience what you desire in this lifetime. Fly. You are infinitely loved. Be well. Allow yourselves to just feel the energy, the expansiveness of energy, of freedom. Now, with the image of you returning back into your human form, sitting on the chair, feeling grounded in the room that you're in, bring in that expanded feeling of freedom with you. Ground that feeling into your body. Put your hand over your heart. Feel your grounding cord, yourself grounded to the chair, grounded and yet at the same time free, expanded. Breathing in, breathing out. Allow yourself to open up your eyes, went a little bit over. Stretching your body, hugging your freedom self. I appreciate you all. See you all tomorrow. Dan, I love your dog in the back, enjoying his freedom. Bye, everybody. Take care. See you tomorrow.